open session. We have nothing to report from the closed session at this time. That will take us to item 8, next meeting time, location announcements, and agenda items. We have a special meeting scheduled with the Portage County Finance Committee to talk about the airport's budget, which is September 14th at 5 p.m. We also have a meeting the following week at 3 o'clock, our regular second meeting. That would be the information meeting where we would talk about the strategic plan. We will finalize action on the work plan, and there are a number of other items. We have two options. We can have the two additional meetings, or we can combine the two meetings. And I think based upon what Chris had laid out today, they'd like to bring the KIP back in. Is your preference, would you rather have one meeting? We could begin potentially at 3 o'clock on the 14th and run our regular meeting and then have the joint meeting with Portage County? Or do you want to do the second, next week, just on the airport, and the following week on our strategic plan? Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will not be at the meeting on the 14th, so I would prefer there to be two separate meetings.
Okay. We can honor that in light of the discussion. I think I'd like to have you, and I think I'd like to have as many members as possible here. So with that, we will work on the agenda. We'll work on things. We may have a very brief separate meeting next week, if you want.
However you want to handle this CIP coming back to you for approval in the process, we can do it. We can do that quickly, but it also kind of depends on the sort of deliberation the committee might want to have about any of the particular projects. So if you felt like there was going to be more conversation and less based on what you've seen and heard today, then maybe we would add more time and move it to the other meeting. But the most important part is that project approval happens prior to the county board educational meeting so they can get through that process.
What time is the joint meeting?
5.
Because I'm tied up until 4 on another meeting for sure.
We wouldn't have that, Chris, if you are looking to take this to the county board educational meeting, we won't be meeting before then with the second meeting of the month. So Kurt's got another meeting beforehand.
If I might suggest something, Mr. Chair, I think the staff, we can make sure that we have our recommendation prepared in advance of the educational meeting so that we can include it in the educational meeting packet with an explanation that HR Finance and Property is going to have further discussion prior to the voting meeting, and we'll bring back its recommendation. Does that sound better?
That will work, and I want to be deliberate in our approach to the KIP, and given the fact that we've got so many new members, I want to make sure that we're affording them an opportunity to ask the questions and get the clarification. So what we will do then is we will have the 14th meeting be solely an airport annual meeting. Expect that the meeting on the 27th will deal with the KIP, the strategic plan, the work plan, just finalize that, and any other necessary action that we take. But we will have something that you haven't seen go to the county board as an informational item, with the expectation that before the county board acts on it, that we will have an opportunity to review and comment on it. Is that acceptable? I think then we're not pushing the envelope for Kurt, and we're allowing you to participate in that process. So that's what we will do. Any other announcements or other items you'd like to bring up? I know that we had people, the public watching, they're very interested in the TIF discussion, based on comments that I've got. So if not, a motion to adjourn is in order. Moved by Supervisor Hart, seconded by Zhang. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no. That motion carries. All right, thank you.